Asteroid 2024 YR4, Understanding the Risk and How Scientists Track Space Rocks. NASA and its international partners have recently revised their calculations regarding Asteroid 2024 YR4. Initially, early observations suggested a 2% chance that this near-Earth object, NEO, could impact our planet in 2032. While this number might seem concerning, experts emphasize that it is only a preliminary estimate based on limited data. As astronomers gather more observations, this probability is expected to decrease significantly. In this video, we will break down what this new risk assessment means and how scientists calculate these probabilities. We will also look at similar asteroids that initially seemed like potential threats but were later ruled out. Lastly, we will discuss other near-Earth objects, including asteroids and comets, that scientists are closely monitoring. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how these space rocks are tracked and why continuous monitoring is essential for planetary defense. How scientists track asteroids. Asteroid 2024 YR4 became a topic of interest when early calculations, based on observations from telescopes in Chile, showed a 2% chance of impact in 2032. However, because astronomers had only observed it for a short period, there was a high degree of uncertainty about its exact path. NASA and the European Space Agency ESA expect this estimate to change as more data is collected. When scientists discover a new asteroid, they use telescopes to take multiple images of its position in the sky over time. By tracking its movement, they can estimate its orbit around the Sun. The more observations they make, the more accurate their predictions become. For 2024 YR4, upcoming observations from the James Webb Space Telescope will help refine its size, trajectory, and risk potential. A similar situation occurred with asteroid Apophis, which was initially considered a possible threat. Early calculations suggested a small chance of impact in 2029, but as more data was gathered, scientists ruled out any possibility of a collision. The same process is now being applied to 2024 YR4. Why the 2% impact risk is not a major concern. NASA's experts reassure the public that the 2% impact probability is not something to worry about. This estimate is just a starting point for further research. Scientists use advanced computer models to predict an asteroid's future trajectory, factoring in elements such as the gravitational pull of nearby planets, the pressure of sunlight on the asteroid, small variations in its movement. As more observations become available, these models are refined, and in most cases, the initial impact risk drops to zero. This has happened with numerous asteroids in the past. For example, when asteroid 2000 SG344 was first discovered, scientists estimated a small chance of impact in the 21st century. However, further tracking confirmed that there was no real threat. The same happened with 2011 AG5, which was initially considered a risk but was later deemed harmless. The reason for these changing risk estimates is simple. When an asteroid is first discovered, astronomers have only a few days or weeks of data. This means their initial orbit calculations are less precise. But as they continue observing the asteroid over time, their calculations become far more accurate. In most cases, this leads to the impact probability being reduced to zero. The bigger picture, tracking near-Earth objects. NASA and other space agencies track thousands of near-Earth objects, NEOs, discovering new ones every year. Most of these asteroids start with a low impact risk that quickly decreases as more data is collected. This highlights the effectiveness of modern tracking systems in monitoring space rocks that pass close to Earth. While 2024 YR4's early impact probability of 2% might sound alarming, it is actually a normal part of the asteroid tracking process. Just like other space rocks before it, the risk will likely be eliminated once further observations confirm its true orbit. Other near-Earth objects scientists are watching. Even though 2024 YR4 will most likely be ruled out as a threat, scientists continue to monitor other near-Earth objects. Some of the most well-known include Bennu 101955 Bennu. This asteroid is about 500 meters, 1,600 feet, across, making it much larger than 2024 YR4. NASA's OSIRIS-Rx spacecraft recently studied Bennu up close, even bringing back samples to Earth. Although Bennu does have a very small chance of impacting Earth in the late 2100s, the probability is less than 0.1%, meaning it is not an immediate concern. 1950 DA. This asteroid has a very long orbit, and early calculations suggested a tiny chance of impact in the year 2880. However, as with other asteroids, further observations are expected to lower this probability. What about comets? Unlike asteroids, which tend to follow stable orbits, comets are much harder to predict. They often originate from the outer solar system and can have unpredictable paths. Although no known comet currently poses a serious threat to Earth, astronomers continue to monitor them carefully. This ensures that if any comet does become a potential risk, scientists will have time to prepare. Can we defend against an asteroid impact? The good news is that NASA and other space agencies are actively working on ways to protect Earth from potential asteroid threats. In 2022, NASA's DART, Double Asteroid Redirection Test, mission successfully changed the orbit of an asteroid by crashing a spacecraft into it. This proved that humans have the ability to redirect an asteroid if one were ever on a collision course with Earth. Thanks to modern technology, scientists are now able to track thousands of space objects and predict their paths with increasing accuracy. If a real threat were detected, we would likely have years or even decades of warning, giving experts enough time to take action. Conclusion: while 2024 YR4 initially seemed like a concern, experts believe that as more data is gathered, the impact probability will drop to zero, just as it has for many other asteroids before it. Continuous monitoring of space rocks is essential for planetary defense, and scientists are constantly improving their ability to track and predict asteroid movements. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more updates on space and astronomy. Let us know in the comments what space topics you'd like us to cover next. See you in the next video.